everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Mom's the Word. I'm Eva Danielle, and this is my son, Gabe. You want to say hello to the people, Gaby?
Hello.
And Gabe is actually busy playing with his dinosaurs as usual. But today we just wanted to come to you guys to show you a quick and easy tutorial using something that I discovered by watching a few of my friends on Facebook, as well as some of the natural hair gurus here on YouTube. And I figured I'd give it a try. So today we're going to be talking about utilizing a Bentonite clay hair mask on Gabe's hair during his regular wash day. So what you can see right here is that this is a couple days out from a wash using the Bentonite clay mask, but as you can see here, his curls are still very much defined and his hair is actually really moisturized.
And so to the camera.
Oh yeah, the dinosaurs want to talk to the camera.
Yes.
So I can say overall that I really did enjoy using this clay mask. So if this is something that you guys have been curious about or interested in for either your hair or your little one's hair, then stay tuned as I show you how we actually mix up the Bentonite clay and how I actually apply it to his hair and what we do to get the finished results. So again, we always thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing. Be sure to tell a friend, and we'll see you in a few seconds. Say bye-bye, Gabe.
Bye.
Bye. So very quickly, I want to go through all the things we're going to need in order to apply this mask. I have my Bentonite clay. I also have my organic apple cider vinegar. I have some conditioning detangler as well as a spray bottle of water, some almond oil, hair clips, a plastic bowl and spoon, and also a detangling comb. Here, what I'm going to show you how to do is to actually mix up the Bentonite clay mask. So as you can see, I've taken my calcium Bentonite clay and it comes in a powdered form. As you can see there, it's kind of a grayish, whitish looking color. I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to put it in my plastic bowl. And you always want to make sure you use plastic because it is ionized and you don't want to de-intensify some of the properties that actually cause it to be a detoxifier. I'm going to take my organic apple cider vinegar, and it's organic because I want it to contain the mother, and I'm not measuring accurately here, but I want to just put enough in there in order to kind of wet it up before I mix it. And as you can see, it kind of foams a little bit. And so I'm going to take my plastic spoon, and again, we want to use plastic, not metal, and mix it up until it gets to kind of like a thin pasty consistency. So I'm just going to check the consistency right here and stir it up just a little bit. I'm going to try to tip it out so you guys can see. Oops, don't spill it. So it's actually a little too watery for my taste, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of the Bentonite clay, and then I'm going to stir it up again until it gets to kind of like a loose creamy paste. I don't like mine too watery. Some people like it a little watery, some people like it a little more thick, but I kind of like mine kind of in between. And as you can see here, this is the consistency that I like, and you can pretty much measure it out to be the consistency that you like. And so this is how I like to mix it together, so it's not too thick, it's not too thin, and I just kind of mix it all together very well in my plastic bowl with my plastic spoon or spork. And so this is what I'm going to use to put on his hair. So what I've done here is I've gone through his entire head with the conditioning detangling spray as well as the detangling comb, and I've completely detangled his hair. And you want to make sure you complete this before applying the Bentonite clay mask. So now I'm beginning the process of applying the clay mask to his hair. I've taken a small section of hair and dampened it with water from the spray bottle you saw earlier, a small amount of the Bentonite clay, and I'm applying it to both his scalp and down the small section of hair. So just wanted to show you guys again for good measure. I've taken a small section of hair, I've dampened it with water from the spray bottle, and then I'm going to apply the Bentonite clay along the scalp as well as down the hair. And I'm going to do this until I'm completely done with each section. So as you can see here, a little bit goes a long way. It's starting to build up, and pretty soon I'm going to be done with an entire section, and we complete the entire head following this process. So here we're going to begin the process of rinsing out the Bentonite clay mask out of his hair. And as I showed you before, I let the mask sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And as you can see, what I'm doing here is I've taken the plaits of the different sections of loose, and I'm going through and I'm gently massaging the clay mask into his scalp and into his hair. And as you can see here, it's not going to create any type of sudsing action, but what I want to do is kind of loosen up any of the debris and dirt that the clay mask has kind of brought to the surface. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do do just like I would if it was a shampoo and gently rinse out all of the clay mask completely out of his hair using lukewarm water and being very careful not to get any in his ears or his eyes. And this is what the hair looks like after I've rinsed all of the clay mask off of his scalp and out of his hair, and I've gone through and made sure it's all out of the way. And as you can see here, his curls are very well defined and his hair is actually very, very soft to the touch, so I'm very pleased. So now I'm going to proceed with the normal wash day routine utilizing his Mixed Chicks Deep Conditioner. I'm going to apply this throughout the hair and let it sit for about 2 minutes and actually detangle his hair before I rinse with lukewarm water. As you can see here, I put it throughout the hair, and then as a final step, I'm going to rinse the Mixed Chicks Deep Conditioner out of the hair and then proceed as normal with the rest of our wash day routine. And I'll make sure that I link our wash day routine that we normally do in the description box below, so that way if you guys want an in-depth view, then you can actually go back and kind of look at how we normally do our wash day routine. So this is the deep conditioner that's been applied throughout the hair. I've actually gone through and combed it with a detangling comb one more time just to make sure we've taken any snags and everything out before we rinse it. So this is going to be the final step to styling during this particular wash day routine. I'm using the As I Am So Much Moisture as well as the As I Am Curling Jelly, and I'll be sure to link the As I Am wash day routine in the description box as well, because I'm using both As I Am and Mixed Chicks products on his hair today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of those As I Am products, put a dime-sized amount in the palm of my hands, and then use my fingers to actually go through and finger comb small sections of his dampened hair. This is going to ensure the product is evenly coating the hair from root to tip. This is going to help to moisturize his curls even more, going to help to set his curls even more. Then the final step we're going to use is we're going to take our blow dryer, use it on a low heat setting with our diffuser attachment, and go through and diffuse his hair dry. Now he is asleep at the moment, and so that's why you don't see his face, but I wanted to make sure I showed you guys the finished product. So this is the entire wash day routine using the Bentonite clay mask, the deep conditioner, and the As I Am products. And then his hair is fully dried using a low heat setting on our blow dryer with a diffuser attachment. So as you can see here, his hair is fully dry. Wanted to show you guys the finished product. Then of course we're going to put his satin bonnet on him so that way the cotton sheets do not dry out his hair. But this is what it looks like from start to finish. Hi guys, and we're back. And so I just wanted to come back and do a quick takeaway segment on our use of the Bentonite clay mask on Gabe's hair. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm doing this tutorial maybe 3 or 4 days post wash, and as you can see, his curls are still very much so defined and his hair is actually still extra moisturized. So I really do like the results that we got from utilizing this clay mask as a cleanser. I did not use the clay in addition to a shampoo, so basically the clay mask took the place of his normal shampoo. The other thing I like to note is that because it kind of acts as a detoxifier for the hair, so it helped to detoxify his scalp as well as the buildup that was actually on his hair. This is not something I'm going to utilize every single week because he is still a kid, and I want to make sure that I'm not overstripping his hair or you know, adding any harsh things to his hair and scalp that actually is not needed, because everything is still kind of formulated and growing. So I tend to wash his hair every 10 days or so just to make sure his hair and scalp are clean and free of any product buildup that we've gone throughout the week. And so based on his wash routine of every 10 days or every week or so, I may do this twice a month or maybe just once a month, just depending. But this is definitely not something I'm going to utilize every single week because I don't want to over strip his hair of its natural oils. The other thing I like to note is that Gabe does have eczematic skin, and sometimes his skin tends to be hyperreactive. And so what I made sure that I did was I actually kept close watch to make sure that while this was sitting on his scalp, it did not irritate his scalp. So if your little one tends to have sensitive skin, make sure that you're actually watching. You may not be able to do the full 20 minutes like we did. You can only go for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but just make sure that you watch it and make sure that your little one is not having an adverse reaction to the Bentonite clay, because even though it's natural, everybody's skin is different, and I would hate for something to happen simply because we aren't paying attention and we aren't watching. The other thing is you want to make sure that you do get the hair nice and moist, because I have used the Bentonite clay on my skin in the past, and once it dries, it gets super hard. And so what you don't want to do is for that to happen on your hair, and then it will make it even more harder to rinse out. So make sure that the hair is nice and moist, utilizing water or utilizing some kind of conditioning spray as you apply the Bentonite clay mask. And you want to leave it on just long enough to penetrate the pores, but you don't want to have it dry on the hair. So make sure you don't have it dry on the hair, because it's going to be that much harder to get out. Other than that, we really enjoyed it. I'm going to research a couple more things as far as other oils that can be added to the mixture in order to help to moisturize the hair even more. But I actually do like the results that we got just from using those simple ingredients. And so we hope that you guys were able to learn a lot and truly enjoyed this tutorial. As always, we sincerely thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing to our channel. And be sure to tell a friend. So we'll see you on the next video, and we hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, night, weekend, or wherever you're deciding to watch this. So until next time, bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Gabe. They're gonna say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Okay, well, I'll say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
But no.
You're not gonna say bye?
I am.
Okay, well, they're saying bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.